Are you ready to explore one of the most dangerous islands in the world? Do you want to know why this place is famously known as Snake Island? And why there are more venomous snakes per square meter here than anywhere else on the planet? Imagine standing at the edge of a dense jungle, the whisper of trees surrounding you. Every step could be your last. You feel the tension. The atmosphere is electric. Your heart races as you cautiously take the next step. And then it hisses right in front of your foot. The Golden Lancehead, one of the most venomous snakes in the world. Welcome to today's episode, where we embark on a journey to an island so dangerous that it's off limits to the public. Ilha da Queimada Grande, also known as Snake Island. Stay tuned if you want to survive. In this episode of How to Stay Alive. The most dangerous island in the world. Step 1. Unlock the secrets of the Golden Lancehead. Think you've seen it all? Think again. The Golden Lancehead is no ordinary snake. It has venom 5 times stronger than that of a common rattlesnake. And that's not all. It can even climb trees and has a remarkable ability to snatch prey out of the air. If you want to survive Ilha da Queimada Grande, you must understand these natural terrors. So pay close attention, because the knowledge you gather now could save your neck later. Step 2. Escape the death zone. You've grasped the dangers of the Golden Lancehead, but what do you do if you land in the island's death zone? Yes, you heard right. There are areas where the density of poisonous snakes is extremely high. No step is safe. Every move can be life-threatening. How do you escape? Rule number 1. Move slowly and deliberately. Any frantic movement can startle the snakes. Rule number 2. Use a long stick to probe the path ahead of you. This way you have a better chance of spotting a hidden snake before it spots you. Trust me, in the death zone, caution is better than recklessness. Step 3. Understand the island. Understand survival. Okay, you've survived the deadly snakes and the death zone, but do you know the real enemy? The island itself. Yes, the topography and climate of Snake Island are as unpredictable as their notorious inhabitants. Here you'll find steep cliffs and slippery slopes. One wrong step and you plummet into the ocean. So how do you navigate safely? Rule number 1. Learn to read the terrain. Identify where the snakes are likely to lurk and where it's safer to move. Rule number 2. Always stay hydrated. The tropical heat is relentless. If you dehydrate, your alertness drops, and that could be fatal. Rule number 3. Keep moving, but not too quickly. A steady pace is key to survival on this island of death. Attention. You're probably wondering, how could I prepare for such a challenge? Or what equipment would I need to survive such extreme conditions? We have something for you that might be of interest. Check out the video description and discover the product that could make a difference in this particular episode. Trust us, you'll want to know. But now, let's get back to the video. Step 4. Proper snakebite management. This is where it gets serious. You've taken all the precautions, but what if the inevitable happens? You've been bitten by a Golden Lancehead. The clock is ticking and every second counts. Rule number 1. Keep calm. Panicking only speeds up your heartbeat, thus accelerating the spread of the venom. Rule number 2. Immobilize the bitten area and keep it below heart level to slow down the venom spread. Rule number 3. Don't waste time on home remedies. You need antivenom, and you need it fast. Without professional medical help, the odds are against you. So grab your radio and call for immediate help. Your chances of survival now depend on your response. Step 5. Navigate through the dark night. The sun goes down, and the island becomes even more dangerous. Yes, you heard right, the snakes are nocturnal. How do you get through the night safely? Rule number 1. Rely on your senses, not just your eyes. Listen to every rustle and crackle. Rule number 2. Use a flashlight, but sparingly. Light attracts snakes, but walking in the dark is also not an option. Rule number 3. Find a safe place to stay. Up in a tree or on elevated ground, you're safe from most ground dwellers, but don't forget, Golden Lanceheads can climb too. So keep your eyes peeled and your senses sharp. In the darkness, utmost caution is required. Step 6. Find food, but be cautious. Hunger strikes, and you need to eat, but be careful, as this could also be a deadly trap. Rule number 1. Avoid berries and fruits if you can't confirm their edibility. One wrong bite and you've got a new problem. Rule number 2. Fish is a safer option, but be careful when catching it. Try not to make any noise and don't attract attention. Rule number 3. If you can actually kill a snake, you know the meat is edible. But be careful in its preparation. A careless moment and you could poison yourself. When foraging for food on Snake Island, there's no room for error. Step 7. Signal smartly. You're stranded, you've survived, but now you need to get out of here. Rule number 1, create an SOS signal, but do it wisely. A fire can attract attention, but it could also draw in the snakes. Rule number 2, if you have a cell phone, try climbing to a higher elevation to find a signal, but be cautious of climbing snakes. Rule number 3, mirrors and shiny objects can be useful in attracting the attention of passing ships or airplanes. But don't get distracted. One moment of inattention could be your last. When communicating with the outside world, be smart, be cautious, and don't waste time. Step 8, the risky escape. This is getting serious, folks. You've set up an SOS signal, but time is running out. Your last resort may be to make your way to the water. Snakes are not good swimmers. Pack your survival gear, but only take the essentials. Every gram counts. You have to be quick, but also extremely attentive. One wrong step and you could land on one of the deadliest snakes in the world. And if you make it, if you reach the water, you have a real chance of survival. But be cautious until you are safe. The danger is never truly over until you have solid ground beneath your feet. Be brave, and above all, if you now want a comparison among the largest and most powerful atomic bombs in the world, and want to know how much destructive power they actually possess, click on this video now. Absolutely fascinating.